Hello, 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 it's Tuesday night, for I'm here and you are there. And if you can hear the noise, that's the fan, because it's very, very warm. Very warm in here, so you're just going to have to get used to the fan noise in the background. I'm ever so sorry. That's just the way it goes. Them's the breaks. He says, them's the breaks. Andrew's in. He said, I'm in. Renee's in. Andrew says, watching No Time to Die. Never watched any of those ones. Andrew says, oh, Renee, nice to see you. So they're just chin wagging. They're just chin wagging. Oh, it is very, very warm. Very, very warm. Unbearably warm. So, well, what now? Oh, there's my glasses. I was looking for them earlier. I couldn't find them. My reading glasses. It's like, why would I put them there? Oh dear. Whew. So yeah, here we are again. I know what you want. Andrew says, very humid and close here. Yeah, it's very, well, it's cool outside, it's just impossibly warm inside here. I will do a temperature check in Lock Towers. It's a balmy 28 degrees in here at the moment. It's 21 degrees outside, I reckon. And I don't like it. It just gets so warm in here. It was alright earlier on, but the house absorbs all the heat and then it holds on to that heat for a very long time. So we're going to be boiled alive for the next few days, and it's just like, and it just, it doesn't sit well with me, I'm afraid, because the heat just, I don't know, it's boring. It's also I can say it now. It's also fucking boring, because now you can say fuck, shit, piss, cunt, wanker, bastard, arsehole. You can say all that now because YouTube says it's fine. I guess the advertising isn't that important. Well, it doesn't make me any money, not that much money anyway. But so yeah, so fuck all of you. I can say it. Means nothing anymore. No more stupid checks. Oh, we don't think your content's suitable for advertising. You know, we have to do that every week. Oh, boring. Or every day when I was doing coffee time. So no more of that. No more. No more. What a wonderful world we're living in. What a wonderful world. So we can all swear and well. So yeah, fuck. Good, isn't it? Christopher's in. He says, dog cam. Yeah, she's on the sofa. She's on the sofa, right? But she's looking a bit furtive. I think she knows if I reach for the camera. I think she might make a run for it. But if I, look at that. Oh, if I pretend that I'm doing something. Oh, look. Oh dear, look at the dust on that camera. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, look at the dust. Look, I'm just cleaning. Look, just cleaning the dust off the camera. Not trying to get the dog on camera at all. There we go. We did it, everyone. We did it. Though Layla, in her excitement the other day, moved in such a way that her arse hit the fan and it fell over. And now it no longer oscillates. Thanks, Layla. You wankered our fan. Well done. Well done for getting excited and knocking the fan over. There was no need. She didn't need to do it. But there she did. She got excited and knocked the fan over. Rana says 25 degrees over in the West Town. Yeah, well, it's 28 here, so I'll be asleep in a minute. Hot beverage, really. So what do you want to talk about? Anyone? No? Okay. I'll just go to the Daily Mail website. Renee says, well, I think I've bought your last copy of Post Culture Blues. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Renee. It's ring itself all its way, all the way there, over to you. Posted it last night, so it should have gone first thing this morning. And hopefully you enjoy it. There's a nice package is on its way to you, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. So there you go. So that's that. Andrew says, will the talks between Putin and Trump do any good? Does anyone even think about any of that stuff? It's really not worth thinking about. None of it is. Politics isn't really worth bothering with anymore because they're all idiots. Every single one of them, every man jack of them is an idiot. Putin will do exactly what Putin wants to do, and Trump will let him because that's the way it goes. Just remember how Trump treated Zelensky, and that's all you need to know about all of this. Again, I think Putin made a breakthrough in Ukraine, grabbed some land, and yeah, so I don't know. Again, Trump wants his peace prize, doesn't he? So he's desperate to stop one war, either the Ukraine one or the Hamas led one. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. But I don't really care, to be honest. I just past caring because he talks a big game, doesn't he? He talks a big game. But no, he will do whatever Putin tells him to do, and he will bend over and take it. So that's how it will go. That's the politics out of the way anyway. Any more politics? No. Yeah. Mind you, Epping Forest District Council, that's my local council. Well, we have two councils. We have Loughton Town Council, but we also have Epping Forest District Council. It's complicated. Renee says, I think Putin will cancel his visit. Well, yeah, that's a possibility. Which Putin will attend? Because there are many Putins, remember? It's all down to the shape of the earlobe. But yeah, Epping Forest District Council lodged a thing with the High Court to try and get an injunction on the Bell Hotel up that way, where they're holding all the lovely people who come over under the dinghies. And yeah, that's interesting, because if that's successful, then I think a lot of councils up and down the country may look eye up and look at what Epping Forest District Council has done and follow suit. So there we go. But that was a little bit of action from around our way. But it's good to see the people in Epping are still, marching. They're doing their peaceful marches. You haven't got any of the union-backed, funded agitprop people being bussed in from London. Must be very expensive, those travel cards, to get them there. I expect they probably just all go through the gate, don't they, and I don't pay. But yeah, at least those people didn't turn up and cause trouble again for the people of Epping. So there we go. Yeah, Andrew reckons the AI version will turn up. Well, again, it's all rather fun, isn't it? Really, it's all rather fun. It's rather fun. But no, there'll be one of the Putin. You can't really call them clones because I don't think they've cloned him. Lookalikes will probably appear. But I don't know. It's Putin wants what Putin wants, and he wants to restore Russia back to, well, the old days. You know, it's the same rhetoric that you heard from that nice Mr. Hitler. You know, back in the 30s, because he wanted to restore Germany after the First World War, and it's that same kind of rhetoric. So whatever it is, it's not good for. None of it's good for Europe, and the problem is everyone lets him get away with it because they think he's going to nuke the world. You know, so. Andrew says, enjoyed your box review from Mr. Arnold. Well, I'm glad you did, because I don't think anyone else watched the bloody thing. Because I'm only making videos for you, Andrew. Let's see, how many views has it had? 142 views. Oh, at least it's 17 thumbs up. That's nice, but it's so hard to get views on this channel these days because nobody likes what I do. Well, that's fair enough. Yeah. Sometimes you should know when to quit, you know, but when have I ever known when to quit? Like I should quit doing this because it's very quiet and it's very hard to talk when no one's joining in, you know. Oh, got one thumbs down already on the live stream. Carry on. Carry on. It doesn't make any difference, you know. It's the only control I have over my life is hitting the thumbs down button with my many sock accounts. Oh dear. Well, the only reason I did that review is because I had the box set at my feet. It's been down at my feet for a couple of weeks because of the Hergis Ridge reissue coming out, and I think I grabbed it, didn't I, on a live stream? Well, today I actually listened to Hergis Ridge on the quad version. I thought, I'll listen to that, put that on, and yeah, I mean, again, that's the version that I'm familiar with, which isn't represented on any of these like reissues. That version now, which was like the standard version, is now the forgotten version, which is, I find, quite bizarre, because for many that will be the version that they know. But no, you can't have that version on any of the sets. Oh no, you can't have that. Andrew says, was wondering if you were going to do the live stream earlier on. Well, I'm here, aren't I? Minor says, sorry for off topic. No, it's alright. I would love to hear your suggestions, recommendations on some of the real world essential catalogue that's interesting as Nusrat and Djurand with Michael Brook. Oh God, I don't know. It's been such a long time since I've been in the real world space, if you know what I mean. I sold quite a lot of my real world CDs years ago. I don't know. Just suck it and see. I mean, I think you can probably pick these albums up for cheaps now. You know, second hand. If you go second hand, let's go on the old eBay, shall we? Let's have a look. But I know didn't they reissue Sheila Chan? Excuse me, Mr. Fan, drive me out. I know they reissued the Sheila Chandra albums, and the one she put out was I quite enjoyed back in the day. Peter Brook's Maharabat, that one was good. I'm talking like at the beginning, talking about the very early days of Real World. CD. Let's see. Oh, of course, it's the Afro Celt sound system. They were fun for a while, weren't they? But yeah, there are many. I mean, it was funny because I was once, I'd got it into my head once. Well, this is, it must have been about 10 years ago now. I did get it into my head to like try and collect them all, you know, try and find them again. But you know, it's everything's just so much trouble. And then what? And then what? And then what are you gonna do? What are you going to do then, Darren, when you've collected them all, eh? You're going to look at them and go, why have I collected them all? But yeah, I don't know. It depends what you like. Oh, look, they've got someone's selling 2 Sheila Chandra CDs for £10. What if they got an offer? No. Sheila Chandra did Ever So Lonely, Ever So Lonely with Monsoon. But I think she also did another version for these albums. Yeah, the Zen Kiss and Weaving My Ancestors' Voices. God, I remember those. I'm getting nostalgic now. I'm getting a bit nostalgic for those releases. Well, I mean, now there's something. I mean, there's the 25 years of the Real World Records from which was out a few years back, wasn't it? A few years back. That was out a few. Well, mind you, they've got 30 years of the Real World Records. You see, what you want is you want to get something like this. He says, where is it? You want to get something like that, which is a nice, intro for you, you know, and then that could ease you in. Because again, there is such a variety of music on that label. You know, because some of it you're not going to like. You know, some of it's going to be a little bit. Oh, Blind Boys of Alabama! I didn't realise they were on Real World Records. I should have known that. Ooh, when was that out? Sorry, I'm just like you got me looking there. When was that? 2005. So you can get a used copy for £3.08. That's a bargain. That's a bargain, he says. Or £3.28 for this version. Why not? Again, that's very different. Very different. I think this sampler would have been good. The Real World 1996 sampler, because that would have been 5, 6 years, 7 years. When did it start? 88? Did Real World start? 88, 89? So this would have given you a glimpse of the early years. And see, you've got all your favourites. Hookway Zozi, very good, very good. All your favourites there, all your favourites there. So that's what I'd advise. Get a sampler and find your way in that way, because it is such a wide, such a wide catalogue, especially now after how many years it's been. in such a long time. Ouch. See, now you've sent me off down a rabbit hole. Any more for any more? No? Okay. I shall enjoy my coffee then. Any more for any more? Any more guitars? No. Did I show you the Reverend one? I did. I think I showed you that one, didn't I? I think I showed you that one. I've got one coming, but it's a flipper. I saw a Fender Telecaster going cheap, and I thought it was double bound with a bullet truss rod. And I'm thinking, well, it's either a high-spec Mexican one or Japanese one. It probably isn't. It's probably a ringer. It's probably a Bitzer, no my luck. But I'll give it a go. Though I did. Melanie goes, Jeffrey Oriama, good. Yeah, there's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know the others though. But no, Jeffrey Oriama. He died. Didn't he die recently, or did he die a few years ago? The Curse of Real World. I think they've all died, haven't they? Renee says, did Post Cultural Blues sell it right? No, it didn't. Nobody wants my music. Don't talk to me about it. I'm feeling sore. No, because nobody wants. Nobody wants what I do. It's fine. I think people have moved on from a lot of this stuff now. I think there's so much saturation. That's what the album's about. There's so much saturation of material that, you know, that nobody wants it. So, you know, I only made a few copies, mainly for myself, and one of the diehards that orders my stuff wanted a copy. So I think I only made about 3 or 4 copies, because that one was a bit expensive because it comes with a booklet. So it was a bit more expensive than the others. So again, I'm not making any money out of it. In fact, I've lost money. I've lost money because it is expensive to do. Yeah, that's it. That's the story. It's expensive to do, and I don't really have any appetite to do it anymore, because, like I say, in the old days, I could get 10 copies made and I'd sell them. Then that stopped being a thing, and then I'd get 5 copies made and I'd sell them, and then that stopped being a thing, and now it's like, no, if I get 2 copies made, I'll keep one for me and I'll sell one, and then that's not worth it because it costs me a certain amount of money in packaging, in shipping to get them sent here. If I get them made in Italy, that's where I get them made, because they charge like €20 shipping, no matter what it is. Even if it's one CD, it's €20, so it's like, you know, they use like a flat fee, which is great if you're ordering a lot, but not if you're ordering such small amounts that I use. So but it's never been about really selling. It's that thing of doing it. You know, I like he says, using his visual aids. Stay there, don't you fall off. You see, I like doing the thing. He says, I like making the thing, I like making the product, I like doing the design. You know, it entertains me. You know, so I do it anyway for me. You know, so I've got a copy. for myself. But then you think, oh well, maybe well, what do I think? I don't even know what to think anymore, to be honest. The whole music thing is so. I don't know. Why do I do music? I don't know. Why do I do anything? Why do I do this? Because nobody wants this. Nobody wants anything that I do. So maybe I should just curl up in a ball and die. You know, it's come to that really. I don't really feel like I have any place in this world. You know, it's just, you know, I don't know why I'm doing this anymore. All I'm here to do is walk the dog, basically, and cook dinner. And that's great. And give my dentist money, because I went to dentist day, clean. That was another 65 quid. I can't afford. So, I don't know, I've kind of got to that point now where I don't know what the point of any of it is, because there is such a saturation of music. And I could release, again, it's like this. It's like this. I could release the most amazing piece of music or make the most amazing video, and in all likelihood no one's going to see or hear it, because I don't want to talk about the algorithm, but the algorithm favours certain people and it doesn't favour me, and that's fine. You know, it's just, but that's the unfairness of it. And I'm not the only one. There are other people out there that do interesting things, you know, whether it's on YouTube or social media or whatever, and they don't get seen either. And certain people are favoured, and that's just the way it goes. It's like winning the lottery. It's turned into that. Now, in the old days when I was doing CDs and I was making them myself and sending them across the ocean, I was selling a fair few CDs, you know, and that was without social media. That was without any of this stuff. And I don't know who that audience was. I don't know who was buying it, because it's like you do this in a vacuum. You know, I'm lucky because I'm talking to you guys. You know, Renee has bought a CD, and like I say, hopefully you'll enjoy the package I've sent you. You know, but it's very few people that interact with it these days. So you're operating in a vacuum, and you don't really know if anybody actually likes what you're doing, or hates what you're doing, or hates you, or likes you. And it's odd, you know, because it's very little feedback. You know, and in the past, when I was selling CDs via CD Baby, and you know, I mean, crikey, when we did Americana in 2013, I sold all of those, and I think there was something like 50 copies, and people got behind that one for some reason. And now I think I've just annoyed everybody, and I think, you know, it's now, oh, he's a prick, let's not bother with him, and that's fine. I guess that's fine. It's my own fault for being honest and forthright and being myself, and so you come away from it realising that people don't actually like you, who you are. And then my dad was right when he said nobody will ever like you and you'll never have any friends, and he said that to me when I was like 5 or 6 before he left. And you know, and so it's kind of self-fulfilling in the end, isn't it, really? But you know, I don't know, there's a part of me that just wants to stop all of this and find something else, maybe go back to doing writing or something, write some of the novels I've got sloshing around inside me noggin. You know, maybe I should go and do that. But I don't know if that'd be satisfying anymore, because again, I don't think people really care for stories, and they certainly won't care for the stories I've got to tell. So, you know, I don't know. It's just, it's where you are, isn't it? You kind of hit a hump, and you hit a hump. But it's frustrating, because you know there is a potential audience out there, and you've got all these tools, and like I say, for certain people it works, and for others it doesn't. And I don't know. I'm not very good at marketing myself. I'm not very good at getting out there. I never have been. And that's why it always used to surprise me. I used to get very excited when I'd sell CDs back in 2005, you know, through whenever it was. Through, yeah, 2005 to 2015. I think that was my heyday. I'm trying to think when I started on. I think I started on CD Baby at turn of the millennia. It would have been 2002, 2003, I think it was. That's when I started with Textures. And that one's done all right. You know, that one's done well over the years. It's one of my popular ones. But I think it's just getting old. You just get old and you just think, oh God, what's the point? You know, sorry to be a downer. It's just, you know, that's how I feel at the moment. I feel quite beaten by everything. Could be the heat though, but it's my health as well, because I'm in a lot of pain at the moment. It plays everything up. And like I say, you feel a bit beaten by it all. You know, just feel a bit beaten. So yeah, that's probably not the answer you wanted, is it? But it's the same with post-cultural blues. Nobody wanted that either. And so what I've done with Renee and with Russ, who were very kind. I would have done it to Stephen as well, but he owns everything anyway. He's like Alan Harwood. He's a diehard. I couldn't send him anything else, but what I've done, spoilers, is I've looked at what you're missing, and I've put those CDs in the envelope, because I don't want them under the desk anymore, because no one's buying. So I'm just clearing out my stock. So Russell, I don't know if he's going to be watching. I'm not sure when it's going to get to him, but he's got a nice little cache of CDs coming to him, and so have you, Renee. And hopefully you enjoy them. And they're gratis, they're free, you don't have to give me any money for it. I'm just glad to get rid of them, because I don't need this albatross weighing me down anymore. You know? So that's that. Alright. And she says, Billy Baxter died yet? They all died. Renee says, you are not quantised, you recording, Darren. I don't know what that means. No. Minor says, if you're still 25 with all of your music out today, would you still go to a cafe shop, perform your music and sell your CD in the same place? No. No. No, because if I was 25 again, no, I'd be too busy, because I was busy working, no. And I'd be too busy recording in my spare time to go do anything. So no, I've never really had any interest in that. I've never had any interest in doing it live. Yeah, I mean, I've considered it, you know, there's the old ambient shit, I can do that live, and I can do I did actually rehearse about 10 of my own tunes to backing tracks that I can do live, but that was a long time ago now. That would have been about, I don't know, yeah, about 2006, 2005, 2006, when I was kind of thinking about along those lines, but I would have been 34 then, not 25. 25, that was 96. I wasn't even recording the majority of my stuff then. I was waiting for digital recording to come online. I was still doing stuff on 4-track. So in 1996, I was busy working and waiting, and bought my black Strat in 96. So no, I was too busy working. And it wasn't until, like I said, digital recording came in I think it was 98, wasn't it? That I really started doing the music. So no. It's more about the recording side of things. It's more about figuring out how it all fits together. That's always been the challenge. I sound like Stephen Wilson. Ugh. But it's always been about the craft of recording. I find that really interesting, especially doing it, you know, in the four walls, as it were, on my own. If I could make something that I think sounds like a real, like, record, then I've won. And so that was it. Again, when I first started all this, I don't even know why. I'm not a musician. This is the thing. It was just a challenge. It was always just a challenge. It was all about seeing how far you could go with it. You know, when I first started, I mean, I took up the bass guitar, and all my friends who played guitars had left, so I was kind of left with this bass guitar, and then I thought, oh, I better buy a guitar. And then you've got this bass and you've got this guitar, and of course you can't play them at the same time, so what do? You buy, I know, I was reading Sound on Sound magazine, I thought, I know, I'll buy a 4-track, and then that way, and a drum machine, and that way I can record songs and entertain myself. And that's what it was just entertainment. It was entertaining myself. And I did that for a few years until I was kind of stuck by the limitations of the 4-track, because it just sounded, you know, you bounce down, and, you know, it's that thing of, well, the Beatles recorded Sgt. Pepper's on a 4-track, so why do my demo sound so crap? It's because you haven't got George Martin bloody engineering it, helping you, you know, producing it with him, and the people like Jeff Emmerich and stuff. So, you know, it was, I kind of hit a wall then, and stopped recording for about, well, I didn't totally stop. I just kind of, like I said, biding my time, because I knew that digital audio workstations were going to be available in the home very soon. I was just kind of waiting for the technology. I was reading about it. I was kind of waiting for it to become affordable. You know, and then it became affordable in the software, and then we hit the ground running there. So there was this little bit of a period where I was just doing less and less on the 4-track, or just recording in stereo pairs rather than, you know, trying a different way to get a wider sound, and just waiting and waiting and waiting. And then that's when it took off, especially like around 1999. That's when things really started to click. It all started to click for me, you know. So, and then after that, it's just been a hobby. It's just something to do. It's that challenge. It's that self-challenge. You know, some people, I don't know, run marathons or cycle, or I don't know, do things, but it's just been a challenge, because what else is there to do? You know, pretty boring. I'm a pretty boring person. I don't have any social life. I don't have any friends. So create, innit? The creative drive, and that's why you do it. So there you go. Don't know if that was any use to you. 9 people, blimey, we are dying on our arse tonight, aren't we? We's dying on our arse tonight. Anybody else out there? Anybody else there? Anyone? No. Oh, 9 thumbs down now. Oh, he's picking up a bit. He's got all his sock accounts thumbing me down, like it means something, like it's important to him. Fine, I don't care. Look, if you want me to stop doing the live stream on a Tuesday, just tell me. Just tell me you want me to stop. Is that what you're trying to say? What are you trying to say with your thumbs down? It's quite amusing. Andrew says, we're your friends, don't we? Oh yeah, you're just people that come here because you're lonely too. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not go in this weird parasocial relationship space, because that's just weird. Let's be realistic here. This is something to do. You know, this is just something to distract ourselves. Okay? So let's not pretend it's anything other than that. Otherwise it'll get weird. And we don't want it getting weird, do we? No. We don't want it getting weird. Oh no. Looks like Mick Hucknall's up in court. That's not Mick Hucknall. That's Gwyn Samuels, who was born a man named James Bubb, and he's a trans Met Police volunteer. Don't know how that works. He only identifies as a Met Police officer, maybe. And he groomed a child. And that's why they're in court. Because he's a dirty bastard. That's not even. I'm not even on the Daily Mail website. I'm on my Facebook stream. Look, I'm on my Facebook stream. Look. It's mainly border collies these days. Because why not? I like looking at pictures of border collies. Call me weird. That throws Doctor Who stuff at me as well. I don't know why. See, look, more border collies. Loving it. I love people with their border collies. Oops, press the wrong button. And of course, where would I be without guitars in my stream? Buy more guitars. Buy more guitars. This border collie looks crazy. And then occasionally I'll get progressive rock album. Renee's making strange hearts at me. That's nice. Oh, so what else do you want to talk about? Anything else? Anyone for any more? Otherwise, we'll just call it a day and retire. Did I sell any of my guitars overseas? No, I didn't. No, because I have sold guitars overseas in the past. I sold a Dan Electro. It was the mandolin. It was some weird cock-assed, awful abortion of a guitar. And I sold that to America. That went to America, but nothing of the Harwood collection. Or because I've not had anyone make any offers. I have global shipping available on eBay, but no, I've never had any. Only that one. That was the only one I think I've sent abroad. I sent a keyboard to France once. I think I told that story. I sold a synthesizer, and the guy was a complete and utter pain in the arse, a total pain in the arse. Because I sent it, and he was obviously hitting the tracking 24/7, and for some reason, UPS, in their infinite wisdom, took it to France, then took it back to the UK again, before taking it back to France. Now, when he saw it back in the UK, he thought I'd done some sort of shenanigans, and he filed a complaint with eBay, which resulted in my well, this is when PayPal was still connected to eBay, and it resulted in my PayPal account being suspended, being like frozen, because he said I was ripping him off. It was nothing to do with me, it was UPS. And eventually this keyboard got there, and I had a right time getting him to say that he got the keyboard and to release, to say everything was fine. And that was a pain in the arse. But then French, what do you expect? So that was fun. Though I did sell a guitar the other week. It was the Ed O'Brien Strat, and I got that back. On Saturday because, well, I don't know if it was the guy's fault or not. I don't know. This is an odd one. This is an odd one. I don't know who can we point the blame at. I'll tell you the story. So I had this Ed O'Brien Stratocaster. I've still got it. It's up for sale again. Why not? Because I got it back, and I'm not a fan of it. I've used it on a couple of things purely for the sustainer, because that's the thing. It has this sustainer circuit which vibrates the string, gives you infinite sustain, makes you sound like Michael Brook, blah blah blah. And it's good for doing like kind of it's good for doing kind of feedbacky kind of sounds, or kind of screamy leads, or notes that hold forever, you know. So I've only used it for that, and it's kind of over there. It's not like in my top guitars. I don't play it all the time. It's just if I want something weird, I'll reach for that and use it. But I use the sustainer. And so I have this kind of very superficial understanding of it. It's like, yeah, that's it. It's not a guitar that I'd say I know inside and out, even though I've taken it apart and, you know, tried my best to get the best, you know, I've fiddled around with it, but it's not a guitar that I would know. I say I know intimately. It's just a guitar. It makes a certain noise I want, and now I want to sell it because I got this one, which is better, but again has its own idiosyncrasies. So this guy bought it. I gave him a good deal because he seemed like a genuine chap, and he's like, you know, oh yeah, I'm interested. So we came to a deal. I didn't get what I wanted for it, but I got close to what I wanted, and I sent it to him, and he said, oh, it's great, it's fantastic. The evening he gets it, it's fantastic. I'm like, great, and then I come back with the dog the following morning after breakfast, and I get an email saying, the tone doesn't work, the tone knob doesn't work. I'm thinking, okay, did it ever work? Because again, it's not one of the things that I've ever used, because the tone knob apparently is bypassed when you activate the sustainer. That's what it says in the instructions, the manual. And so I thought, okay. So I said to him, okay, fine. And he's umming and he said, well, I'm gonna take off the pick guard and have a look at it. And I said, no, don't do that, because this is a sustainer guitar, and it's like spaghetti junction in there. You know, there's lots of it goes to a circuit board. There's lots of wires. It's not your standard wiring diagram for a Strat. You know, so I said, look, don't do that. If you do that, I can't give you a refund. I said, don't go poking around in it. He took exception to me saying that, but I meant it from a place of levity. Don't go poking around in there, because you know you might fuck it up. So I said, look, just send it back. And so he sent it back. And when I got it back, I plugged it in. Seems fine. And then the tone doesn't work. I'm thinking, okay, that's really odd. And I'm trying it. I'm thinking, well, the tone doesn't crackle. I'm getting a signal through, so this doesn't make sense, because if the capacitor was gone, maybe that's it. It's got to be the capacitor. I said, because if it was the potentiometer, the knob, the twiddly bit, if it was a potentiometer, it would crackle and maybe cut in and out. So it must be the capacitor that's gone. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, I need to look at it and see what kind of capacitor. I had the circuit diagram, but it didn't say what the capacitor was, what amplitude or whatever it's called, whatever it is. So I thought, well, I'll have a look at the capacitor, and it's probably just an easy swap. They only cost pennies. So I opened it up, and the capacitor, again, whoever did the soldering on it in Fender, the capacitor had got pushed against the pot, the potentiometer. It got pushed against it, and so it kind of shorted. It was never going to work, and that was them. That was nothing I'd done. It must have always been like it, because it was pushed. So I very gently used my finger and kind of wedged it so that it was away, and that there was a clear line going to the volume, because you run a capacitor from the tone pot to the volume pot, and that's where the signal path, you know, when you do the thing, it reduces the circuit thing, and that fixed it. I emailed him and said, yeah, I fixed it. It was just the capacitor had shorted because it had been pushed against the pot. Bad circuit, you know, bad wiring by Fender. So now I've got to sell it again. It's like a boomerang. I feel like it's cursed, you know. So, you know, he never replied to me though. He never said, "Oh, that's nice." And I gave him his refund. He's got his refund. He's got his money. But he could have just been nicer. But he could have said, "Oh, okay, Darren, that's nice." I said, "If you want to bid again, it's fixed now." But that was fun. I wasn't expecting that. But it's always the thing you least expect. You know, it's always the things you least expect to deal with. Just trying to think if I've had any other. I think I've had other guitars returned. You know, because people haven't got on with them. But you know, it's part of the course. It's, you know, it's what you do. Most people are okay though. You know, it's because it is eBay and they're fairly okay with it. You know, and I'm straight up. I tell them if there's any problems. There isn't, because I make sure they go out. But you know, you got to be straight with people and tell them. But I just didn't notice that there was a problem with this tone volume, because this tone pot, because I never used it for anything other than the sustainer circuit. And when you engage that, the tone is supposed not to work anyway. So, but spoiler, when I did do the thing and fixed it, and I engaged the sustainer, the tone does work. So that you know, contradicts what the online manual says. So there you go. So that's a story, isn't it? I suppose that's a story. That's an epic. Well, I mean, I'm out of pocket because it's cost me like £23 shipping there and back, you know, to get to him and then get back, because I gave him free shipping. So I'm 23 quid down on it. So it's like, oh, this is fun. This is a lot of fun, isn't it? There you go. Alex says, blimey, T-Meows keep popping up. Have you ever bought on Temu? No. I've bought on AliExpress though. I bought a pick guard for a bass. It was alright, but it didn't fit particularly well. But it was 5-ply. On the right guitar, right instrument, it would have been perfect. But for this guitar, it was just a little bit tight, and I'd have had to have, you know, things. So, Mine says, ever heard of Klaus Schultz? Of course I've done a review of his somewhere. Donnell says, what's the point of having a gun on a peaceful looking... What's the point of having a gun on a peaceful onlookers protest? I don't know what the you're talking about. I haven't got a gun. What? And I don't have a gun. And I don't have a gun. We're in England. We don't have guns. So I don't know what you mean there. Donnell, keep smoking the jazz cigarettes, I suppose. Miner says, yes, Renee, I've recently got myself a copy of X on Fatbox CD, and it's a fun record. Well, I've got that. I've got that on vinyl. I tried selling it, but nobody wanted to buy it. Or maybe they did buy it. Maybe somebody did buy it. Can't remember. I think I had it listed on eBay for about 5 years. Andrew says, the one where the guitars got returned to sender. Maybe. Maybe. It's not over yet, is it? It's not over yet. Oh, God. It feels like it's over, but it's not. Ow. 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 But yeah, never buy a Fender Ed O'Brien Stratocaster. Never. Never buy one. Even if it seems like a good deal, never buy one, because they're not very good. I mean, they're alright, but they're not very good. Especially when it comes to the sustainer circuit. It's very finicky. Finicky? I've just made up a word. It's very finicky. That's right. It's very finicky. Whereas the Sustainiac circuit on the Reverend, this one there, that one, very powerful. Very powerful. It's the Mega Chad of sustainer circuits. It's very powerful. and it will blow your socks off, literally. But don't get a sustainer from Fernandez because they're not very good. Get a Sustainiac, powerful. Get one of these. Get a Reverend RG Sus. It's a lovely instrument. It's lovely. I like it a lot. I like it. The Reverend's alright though. I mean, again, it's a shame I got rid of some of the others, but this is the one I wanted. Mine says use keyboard sustain pedal for guitar. That would be good. Well, there's a pedal from Game Changer Audio which has that functionality, but it's not. I don't know. I don't know. Is that really what I want? I don't know. Don't know what I want. That's the problem. If I knew what I wanted, I wouldn't be here. Right, says my favourite guitar is the RGA 72 TQM with floating tremolo. I love that thing. That's an Ibanez, I believe. I can tell you that just by its serial number. Am I right, Renee? Am I right? It's one of those pointy Ibanezes. Has it got a lock-in trem? Yeah, see, I know my onions. I know my onions. I know my onions. And I know my tomatoes too. And if you're not careful, do it all over you. The Ibanez are alright. They've got an Ibanez bass there. They're all made in the same factory. Ibanez's and Nick Court, Schecter. I think a lot of those guitars are all made in the same place, from the same factory. They all feel very similar. ESP, LTD. They all kind of come out the same out the same factory. It's very good China. Very good. Is this a Chinese one or is it a Korean one? I can never tell. It's got a roasted maple neck. Andrew's off. Eduardo! He says, do you smoke salvia? No, I do not. I do not smoke. My body is a temple. I've never smoked. I don't smoke anything. Remember, kids, drugs are for losers. And if you need drugs to have a good time, well, you're doing it wrong. And Renee says, I have an Ibanez bass also. Very cheap but awesome. Well, my Ibanez bass, which I'm looking at, wasn't cheap. Well, it was cheap, but its list price was... I've shown you it before. It's a big bastard. I can say bastard now. I can say bastard now that YouTube has relaxed the swearing rules. Bastard. Oh god, it's so heavy. I've still got the tag on it. I've never taken the tag off. It's this thing. Oh, it's so heavy. It's the monster bass. It's the monster bass. But it's too big. I can't play it. Not. It rattles like a fucker. I just got it because it was a 6-string bass, and sometimes it's fun to play these up the bright end. This was one of those Bax B stock specials. Oops, there goes the chandelier, and it's huge, and it's multi thing, and it's huge, and this was quite expensive list price, but they priced it to clear, and I jumped on it. Trust me, it sounds better plugged in. Yeah, I should probably sell it. I only use it for like the deep stuff. When I want to 6-string, yeah. No night, Andrew. But yeah, it's a monster. It's got active electronics and everything. I mean, it's very good. I mean, but it's a monster. And I only use it for certain odd things. It's not my main bass. It's when you know, if you want to do something deep, if you want to growl, if you want to go down the dark end, then I get this out. You know? It's just nice to have it. It's just nice to have it. You know, I like odd instruments. I like. It was a good one. It was a bargain. It was a good find. You know? It was a good find. Alright, see you. There goes the dog. Do 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 do. Any more? What's my favourite bass and guitar? Oh, I don't really have a favourite. It's more, what are you going to rescue if when the fire takes hold? I mean, it's going to be the like the two oldest. It's going to be it's going to be this old thing, which is from it's dusty. I mean, this poor old thing has been through. This one's been through the wars, but it's 2000. No, not 2000. What am I saying? 1995. Oh, I got it in 96. But it's good because it's got a coil split there, and it's only got a volume and tone, which makes it superior to every other Strat. And I like that. It's simple. It's simple, like me. It's simple. Seen better days though. But I bought this down Denmark Street. In one of those little guitar shops. It's long gone. Well, no, it's a different guitar shop. And I wasn't going in there for a Fender. I didn't know what I was looking for. I thought I had a budget of, like, in my head of what I was going to spend. So I was working. This is when I was working, and I didn't know what I was looking for. Maybe another Yamaha, because I'd had Yamaha guitars. But I really wasn't looking for this. But seeing it hanging up on the wall, like that, right? I went, oh, I fancy that because it was black, and I was very into black guitars. Very into black guitars then. And I thought, I'm going to try that. And I tried it, and I don't know, something just said, that's the one. That's the guitar. And so this was on quite a lot of stuff, like textures and loops and scales, and from 95 to 2005, 10 years of stuff this was on, until I moved on to the Godins for 10 years or thereabouts. You're right, yeah. A little bit longer than that. "15 years on the go downs." I think. Yeah, sounds about right. But, some people look at these as tools. Some people see them as receptacles of songs. They're a bit in between for me. Because sometimes a guitar will come in and you go, there's no songs in this. There's nothing in this. This doesn't speak. I know that even though this is old and, it's seen better days, and I've knocked bits out of it, I've repaired the holes because it's had a MIDI pickup in it, and I've tried to fix it the best I could. Even though I know that I can still do a solo on it, there'll still be a solo come out of it, there's still music in this, and I think again it's easy on the hand, it's easy on the hand. It's just a bit old, that's all. And the frets not the frets, the pickups back in these days were just a lot better. I think this is a good guitar. I really do. I really do. And I'd get that one because, like I say, I have memories of buying it. So that's a good one. Whoops-a-daisy. Don't like to bang my own drum, but I just bang my own drum there. And then, of course, there's there's Old Red. Oh, good. Oh boy. Ow. Oh. Now this. Again, I wasn't looking for this, and I found it. And this has been my main bass since about 2005, I think. Or was it 2004? Can't remember exactly. I bought this. So again, both those guitars I actually went to a shop and bought. I actually bought them in a shop, and this was near Liverpool Street. Now the missus' paternal grandmother lived in Bethnal Green, and so we stopped there and said hello, had a cup of tea, and then we walked from there to this bass guitar shop. I don't know if it's still there. I don't think it is. And all they had was bass guitars in. I think it was called like the Bass Centre or something, or the Bass Guitar Shop. And all they had was basses, and they had some very expensive basses. And this one was, again, this was more than I was expecting to pay for it. Again, this was because I paid quite a lot of money for this. I paid about £500 for it, which was a lot back in 2005. It's, does it say? Oh God, I can't read what the serial number says. See, I wonder when that. So I'm just going to put this into the Fender serial number lookup thing, because serial number lookup. I wonder if this is even in there. Is it? Oh God! Because this is a made in Mexico. I did spend a lot of money because it was a deluxe. I am not a robot. No results. Well, that was useful. I don't know what year this was. Oh, wait a minute. Is that an O? Maybe that's an O, not a 0. Let's try an O. Oh, he didn't like that. It says I'm a robot or something. It tells me to refresh the page. No results. That's no good. Oh, Darren, why are you doing this? Out-to-date offender with serial numbers. Fair number. Good. Let me see. MZ. I need MZ. 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 So it's got MX. First digit after the Z. First digit after the Z is a 0. So this was made in the year 2000. So, God, this was 5 years old when I bought it. I don't know, but anyway, this was a deluxe, and this is a deluxe special, I think it's called. Yeah, Fender Precision Bass Special. Deluxe. And this is a good bass. It's very deep, very resonant. If I want to go down the brown end, this is where we go. We use this one because it's very, very deep and very dark, and I likes it. I likes it a lot. You know, so it's those two. It's they're the old faithful for the guitar thing. So, though this originally had one of those anodized brassy scratch plates on, which I did not like. So it's got a black. I replaced it to a black one. There we go. Minus says, Darren, do you have any favourite album by anyone with jargon so bad it's good type of thingy? Maybe Love Beach. So bad it's good. An album that's so bad it's good. Well, no, because I only listen to good albums. So bad it's good. Well, you got. I mean, I suppose there's Cured by Steve Hackett. That's along those lines. If you want a kind of Love Beachy kind of. Yeah, Love Beach by Steve Hackett. No, Cured by Steve Hackett. It's his Love Beach, sorry. It's The Fan. It's drying me out. Jacob has given me €11 for skipping an 80-second long commercial. I have no control over it. I cannot turn it off. Because even if I turn off the adverts, YouTube decides where they go. Nothing to do with me, boss, because they took that out of our hands years ago. So we either monetize or we don't. And even if we don't monetize, they'll still run adverts. It's just we won't get a share of the money. So I monetize the stream. I can only apologise for where the adverts appear. Even if I turn them off, well, one, I won't get the micro pennies, but two, there's still a good chance you're going to get adverts. So, you know, it's just the way of the world. Or you get YouTube Premium and then you don't have any adverts ever again. And that's what I have. I have YouTube Premium. But then I use it for YouTube Music as well, so for when I'm walking the dog. But thank you very much, Jacob. That's very kind of you. That will certainly get the monthly money up. Who knows? Maybe I'll get 60 quid this month, thanks to you. Woohoo! 60 old earth pounds. Fuck yes. René says, so if you had to get rid of all your guitars, also bass, and keep only one guitar, it would be this one. Yeah, it would be the black one, it would be those two. If I had to, you know. But I'd have an acoustic as well. Come on. I've got to have at least, you can't do that. Because I've got to have one 6-string, one 4-string bass. Yeah? You with me? I've got to have at least a fretless bass, surely, come on. I've got to have at least one baritone guitar, at least one 12-string, electric 12-string, or acoustic, or maybe we just go with both. So we can't get it down that low, you know. And then it's like your bass 6. Where does that fall? Is it a bass? Is it a guitar? I mean, what categories? And what about the mandolin? What about the electric mandolin? You know, where does it all end? You can't expect me to just pare it down to a bass and a guitar. Come on, we're not going backwards. We're not going backwards. And then there's me lap still, and then there's me pedal still. What do I do with them? Huh? You ever thought of that? Yeah, the Fender. Miner says yes. Even some people using YouTube Premium still got ads. What a charm experience! Wow, I don't get any ads when I use YouTube Premium. Watch it on the telly, you know. So I don't know what's about. Nothing to do with me, Gov. I'm innocent, you know. Sorry. I've turned ads off in the past, and people have complained they've got ads. So I can't win. You know. So you know, what can I do? What can I do? Stream on X. But then I'd have to pay for a subscription then. Stream on Facebook. Do they have ads on Facebook? Maybe I should do that, and then there'd be no ads. But then there'd be no viewers either. So, mind you, there'd probably no viewers on here either. So, no, just one. What? Just one guitar and one bass. Well, yeah, it'd be the black and the red one. It'd be both Fenders. I've got to have an acoustic. I've got to have at least one acoustic, surely. Mind you, I haven't got that many guitars left now, so, you know. Got rid of that. Because of the space. But we'll see what this telecast is like. Hopefully it's coming tomorrow. I'll probably do a video about it or something. And we'll see if it is a fancy one or not. But it's double bound. It's a all black Telecaster. Again, I'm not a great fan of Telecasters. But it's all black and it's double white binding, which means it's a deluxe of some description or special. Standard pickup configuration, but bullet truss rod, maple neck, vintage tuners. So, like I said, it could either be a very expensive made in Mexican one, or I'm really hoping it's a Japanese one, because I've never tried a Japanese Fender, and they're supposed to be really cool. So I don't know. It's probably going to be a bit. So it's probably a bit of this and a bit of that. A squire body and a neck. No, my luck. And then I won't be able to sell the bloody thing. Yeah. No, I'll just send it back to where I got it. That's what we'll do. Oh, he says, what's the bubbling noise? Fish tank. There's only a fan on. It might be a fan that you're hearing. I don't know if it sounds like bubbling. Minus says, haven't you watched your boxed review? Might watch it after this. Oh, okay. Well, it's really good fun. But no, I just thought it was something at my feet. I thought I'd do it because, you know, we reviewed that one. So we went a bit Hergis Ridge bonkers. How many copies do you need? All of the copies, he said. All of the copies. We must have them all. You must have them all, Darren. Wow. Wow. A cache of old credit cards. I just found them in the drawer. I must get rid of them. Just put them in the drawer. There's about 10 years worth there. Jacob said, maybe because I'm watching on the telly, no ad blocker. Well, they'll get you. You'll get banned. They'll ban you from YouTube if you use an ad blocker. That's against the rules. That's against the terms of services. Don't be naughty. Remember, people who use ad blockers are the same as people who take drugs. Ad blockers are for losers. Remember that. It's true. It's true. It's just like taking drugs, I think. Jacob said, gotta watch that too, the box set. Well, hopefully enjoy it, you know. Hopefully it's a bit of fun. I go on a bit. These things happen. I go on a bit. But I've been enjoying some Oldfield lately. You know, I'll tell you what I listened to the other week when the missus and the kids are away. I punished myself by listening to the Cardiacs. Fuck this shit. It's so shit. But it was fun, you know, to listen. Oh dear. It's like so shit. Oh, oh dear. Any more for any more? How long we got? Oh, I've only got 4.5 minutes left, and I fuck off. And then I suggest you all fuck off too. We can all fuck off together. And I can say fuck off now because they don't care about swearing anymore. We're going through a new period. We're going through a golden age now when we can be adults again. Remember when people used to get annoyed with me on YouTube for swearing? They go, shouldn't swear. It's like, fuck off. I'll swear if I want to. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. Oh dear. Oh, got the yawns. Oh dear. Got the yawns. So hopefully I haven't been too boring for you tonight. Hopefully it's not been too dull. And well, I suppose we'll do this all again soon. So I'm going to try and do a few more reviews, a few more album reviews. I'm going to try and pull my finger out my arsehole and do that. Because that'd be fun. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it won't be fun. Maybe it'll be terrible. Tag. Oh, what does that do? Alex says, least favourite Oldfield record, Man on the Rocks. Yeah, that's alright. You know, he just didn't want to sing, did he? You can understand that, why he wouldn't want to sing. But I mean, it was just fairly standard kind of rock songs and ballads and that, wasn't it? So it's alright. It was alright-ish. Earth Moving's a stinker as well. Anyway, I think we'll call it a night. I've got 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go before we hit the 1.5 hours of gibberish. Oh, Darren, why'd you do this? Miner says the bubbling noise is because of noise reduction. Yeah, probably. I've got noise reduction on and the fan on, and it's probably making it go blah, 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 blah. But it is 28 degrees in there, so it's either that or I become a pool of sweat on the chair. Alex says Islands is a stinker too. No, it's got Flying Start on it with Kevin Ayers. Flying Start, ding 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 ding, Flying Start, ding. I like that one. The long instrumental thing on the A side is a bit duff, but I like Flying Start, ding 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 ding, with the computer generated wine bottles and glasses flying around. Contel, I believe they used to call it back in the day. Anyway, I've got 11 seconds left. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm sorry it was a bit of a downer, but these things, because I was at the dentist, that's why it gets me down. Sleep well. I won't. No, I will actually. Like a baby. For I have no conscience. And We'll do this all again soon. Alright then. And that's that. Remember, folks, if you can't be good, be safe. More importantly, don't tell your mother. No night. Now fuck off. Fuck off the lot of you, bunch of